Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be some ideas and activities to keep you busy if you are in the middle of an isolation like we are. I have done a video on tips on isolation, so if you haven't seen that one, I'll try and link it above. It's just a few little things that they're pretty obvious and pretty basic, but the things that you might not think about, and if you have a little watch through, it might just help you out during this really strange and difficult time. If you are like me and you've got two little ones, I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, they have definitely kept me on my toes. They're getting quite bored now and it's getting harder and harder to keep them entertained, but I am desperately clinging onto Pinterest. So there is your first little idea, is scroll through Pinterest and make a list of all activities to do with the kids. Also having a good spring clean. I've been doing bits of this as well. I'm actually going to be filming a speed clean spring clean, so if you would like to see that, do let me know down below. Decluttering is one of my absolute favourite things to do. It makes me feel a lot better. Excuse me. It makes me feel so much better about myself, about the house. It clears my mind. It's when I see a nice clean space, it just gives me a little bit of zen. So decluttering is a massive one, and such. It fills your day. You won't believe how long it will take you to declutter one drawer when you get stuck into it properly. Organising clothes and wardrobes. This is another one that you won't realise how long it's going to take you till you start trolling through all those clothes, especially if you've got kids' wardrobes to do as well. I like to swap my wardrobe over halfway, well, say once, maybe twice a year. So all my winter stuff has now gone. It is boxed up in storage boxes in the garage, and I will bring out all of my spring summer clothes, so they are now safely in my wardrobe. Then I'll do it again getting into autumn, pack all that stuff away and bring all the jumpers back out. So that definitely keeps you busy for quite some time. Any bigger cleaning jobs that you usually put off until you've got more time to do it properly. So maybe giving your carpets a really good clean, taking all your curtains down and giving them a clean, stripping, for me it's stripping the sofa and getting all of the cushions in the wash and cleaned all properly, clean it all out properly, underneath, behind, everywhere. Again, you don't usually get much time to do it. It's stuff that you put off, so now is a perfect excuse to get all those bigger jobs done. So I talked in the last video about meal planning, and I think this is a really important one while we're isolating and we're not going crazy with our shopping. Meal plan properly and then batch cook. So spend one of your days, if you don't have 2 toddlers climbing up your legs, to stay in the kitchen and batch cook, maybe get stuff done for all week, maybe just plan ahead and do a chili and put it in different little containers and little pots, and that'll see you through for a little while. This is a really good way of not wasting any food, being extra prepared and knowing if you do have to isolate for a little bit longer, you've definitely got meals there, so you're not going to be stressed about it. The next idea is baking, and this is something you could get the kids involved in too. If you are a Mary Berry, I am not. I would like to learn to bake properly, so maybe now will be a good time for me to make sure I've got all those ingredients in and give it a good go. So the next tip is a really good one for if the weather is like it is today. It's absolutely cracking the flags. This fella obviously knows what he's doing, because the next tip is gardening. Get out and sort your garden out. This gets you the opportunity to have plenty of fresh air. Get out there, get a bit of sun on your face. It might not be the warmest yet still, but definitely getting a bit of fresh air and a bit of sun is just a great idea at the minute. Also, it gives you a little opportunity to get your garden ready for when the weather does pick up a bit, because you might be spending quite a bit of time in it this year. Next one on the list is decorating and DIY. Again, any jobs that you've been putting off for a while because you haven't really got the time to do them, now it gives you the perfect opportunity to get stuck in. We are going to be decorating Elliot's bedroom during this period of being in isolation. So yeah, see if you've got any odd jobs that need doing and get stuck into them. Any activities that you have that you really enjoy doing but don't seem to have the time, like knitting. This again is a great time to get stuck in and really it just gives yourself a little bit of calm. If you're doing something you enjoy doing, you don't feel like you're just sitting at home. And you could also maybe think of it as a little opportunity to make a little bit more money. You could make a few things and sell them on Facebook or whatever. I don't know, I'm just throwing some ideas out there. I know my auntie really likes to do this, so that's I'm thinking she's in my mind. She does a lot of knitting and she makes little bunnies for Easter and stuff like that, so I'm thinking now might be a good time. She's isolating for quite a bit longer than we will have to. So this will be a good opportunity for her to be able to make the things that she usually makes to sell at certain times of the year. So if that is something that you're into as well, then it gives you plenty of time to do it. The next activity is reading. If you have the time to be able to sit down with a good book, which I wish I could be doing these afternoons, to be honest, curling up on the sofa or sitting in the garden and reading a good book, then I would definitely be doing it if I had the chance. I've got the two kids clinging on to me every step I take. I'm actually having 5 minutes peace from them now to keep my sanity. They're downstairs with Dad. If I could sit down with a book and just read for half an hour to an hour, it really, really gets my mind to a different place other than stuck in the house and thinking of everything that's going on with the news. So yeah, definitely if you enjoy reading, that is a great one to do. If you do enjoy reading, perfect book for this time and stuff that's going on is this one. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's actually in my favourites video, which is going up in the next week to 2 weeks. But this is the 365 Days of Happiness by Jacqueline Pirtle. It is a fantastic book. Something that you definitely need to read at this time. With everything that's going on, this will just give you that little bit of peace of mind and make you maybe change your perspective on things that are going on at the minute and the ways to cope with them and handle them. So yeah, definitely highly recommend this book. And then the final tip is starting a new series or watch a good film. I would say personally, this is something I would only recommend for nighttime. Give that bit of a differentiate between daytime and nighttime. Nighttime, TV goes on, sit, chill out, candles lit, nice glass of wine. This is me wishful thinking now. And start a TV series. Some of my top rated, highly recommended series. Stranger Things, if you've not seen it. Game of Thrones, that will definitely keep you busy for these next few weeks if you haven't yet watched it. And Vampire Diaries they are my top 3 all-time favourite series. And films, quick recommendations of films off the top of my head, I would say Bird Box, if you're not seeing that, Quiet Place, and Dirty Dancing. I'm just going to throw it in there because it's a classic and why not. So they are some ideas and activities to keep you busy while you are isolating. I hope you are all staying safe. I hope you're all feeling well. I know it's a really stressful and difficult time at the minute, and a very strange time as well. People are just so up in the air and they just don't know what's going on. So please remember, we are all in this together. Reach out to people. And if you are feeling it a little bit, if you need somebody to speak to, my inbox is always open. You can follow me over on Instagram and drop me a message. My Instagram link is in the description box down below. So that's me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. And if you're not already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next one.